How do you engage with or manage emotions during negotiations, especially when those feelings are making us feel uncomfortable negotiating?
That is the hardest area to practice. And I would say there's two aspects. I've described it in my book as the emotional joker, the wild card that comes out, otherwise known as our ego, that loves to take a seat at the table when there's an emotion being triggered. And then we have our ace, our trump card, and that's authentic conscious expression. And the difference between the joker and the ace is that the joker is impulsive, is reactive, is self-oriented, and we never know how it's going to show up because it's a wild card, right? Sometimes it can be instinctual and in our favor, and other times not so much. The ace, however, is always consciously choosing how to express itself by taking time and space before it responds. So it's the rational overlaying the emotion. The key way to access your ace is one, to plan for your joker to come out so that you recognize your joker, and not just your joker, but the other party's joker. So I often say, who's at the table? And someone say, I'm at the table and they're at the table. I'm like, okay, there's two of you, but there's actually four of you because you've got your joker and their joker. So have you considered who you become when your joker's at the table? And have you considered who they become when their joker's at the table? And how would you recognize it's your ace, i.e. your authentic conscious expression, or the joker that's at the table? And I think by being able to write down who you become when you're emotionally triggered, one, you can begin to recognize it. And again, that awareness allows you to consciously choose how you respond. And then secondly, practice role play environments, putting yourself in the conditions of stress allows you to start seeing how your joker comes out and what happens to trigger your joker. And I think without that simulated practice, or putting yourself into uncomfortable situations more regularly to build up your sensitivity and tolerance levels, I think we can speak about it at a theoretical level and everyone can say, yeah, I'm going to be calm because I recognize my joker and it's fine. But awareness is the one thing, but the environment where it's going to be tested is the other. And I think choosing safe environments with your team, with your colleagues, with your family members, friends, asking them, who do I become when I'm emotionally triggered? What do you see? What do you notice happens just before the joker comes out to play? And getting that awareness and then practicing to say, okay, how can I prevent this from taking over? And breathing becomes a key part of that strategy, is to slow your breathing down, use silence more than you use your own speech. So silence over speech, and giving yourself that opportunity to step back and observe as if you were hovering above the situation, looking down, thinking, oh my God, this is getting wild. How do I zoom out and then calm down? But it has to come from a self first, so that the nervous system needs to be deactivated from a stress zone into its normal state so that it doesn't respond under undue stress.